All right, I did it. Kinda. Had all kinds of technical difficulties. At 427, entered 425. I entered StreamYard, and anytime I tried to enter the studio, apparently Android had this big update that I saw an announcement for last night. And web view issues within Chrome, I don't know, but it hated it, and it would not let me go live, nor would it let me even keep Chrome open. So we're here. I restarted the phone, trying to catch my breath. Already going into road rage mode, not because of the people in front of me, but because of this stupid phone. Hey everybody, I saw, who do I see here? I have my glasses on. Otherwise I can see shite. I see my man Stacy, Calic Motorsports. I see Jenny Davis. I see Carmen. I see Rachel, Brandon, Pat, Kaylee, Facebook user. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are because you're not signed in. That's the way this works. That's how this works. Well, hello. Hello to you. All right. So thank you all for joining me on my fun ride. Ross, what's up, man? On my way to White Hill Mansion. I'm in lovely, beautiful New Jersey, rural New Jersey right now. Route 202 South. I think. Mark Brown, what's up, buddy? Chris Mack, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know, Chris. This wasn't a Facebook issue. This was a Chrome on Android issue because I'm driving and I'm on the phone, which is not smart anyway. What's up, another Facebook user? So yeah, tonight, Brandon Wise, I did not come get you. I don't even know where you live. Tonight we have an encore investigation at White Hill Mansion. We were there last weekend. It was brutally hot. And the mosquitoes were road raging as well last weekend. But what happened, I got a bunch of phone calls for people that wanted to come to that event. It was sold out. We had a lot of people there. Well, the maximum amount that I'll bring there. And it just so happened that somebody had canceled and this night was over. So we rounded up a good 8 or 9 people to go to White Hill tonight. So I'm back at it. I'm going to be tired tomorrow. I know it. But yeah, so, my co-pilot is busy today. So unless she pops in and says hello. But yeah, and then Danny's now. I'm in the car alone. You know what I have with me? I have a projector screen. Why? You want to know why? So because there's a lot of newbies tonight, a lot of new people, so I'm excited for that part. And if you've never done an investigation with me, at least, I like to go old school. So I actually have a projector. It's not the kind with a reel-to-reel, but it's a projector, and I do this PowerPoint presentation for people that were trapped in the corporate world for too many years. Call it deck. We're going through Get Haunted, what it is, what it means. what we're going to be doing for the night, and then we throw some kind of that some of the stuff you might have witnessed on or listened to with seeking with your soul or seek with your soul. Um, it gets people thinking, right? And when we go into these investigations, especially with new people, I'd like for them to be a little less reliant on the K2 meter or the REM pod or any piece of equipment. So, and it also gives them something to think about. So if it's something you haven't done with me, yeah, you should try it. No, some people are like, "The hell is he talking about?" You got to come and check it out. It's kind of fun because there's some really cool visual stuff in there and some evidence that I share. So yeah, so tonight, White Hill Mansion again, one of my favorite places. I don't know how many times I've been there. Maybe 25, 30. Don't know. I can't. I've lost count. But White Hill was one of those places that when I first really started doing this seriously, um, it's where I saw one of the cleanest, clearest apparitions ever for me. And it did. It scared me. I wasn't expecting it. Totally startled me. I know Kyle has seen some things there, but more importantly, not more importantly, but just as awesome was up on the third floor. The shadow figures they're just there, and they're freaking cool, and they're kind of scary sometimes. So I'm hoping tonight's one of those nights. It was beautiful today with this breeze. It's 70. It says it's 81 now. It doesn't feel like it. But all day it was in the 70s, and the breeze made it really, really cool. Cool, literally cool. So I have a hoodie just in case. If this is my first night wearing a hoodie, um, I'm going to be a happy guy because I love my hoodies. Brandon, you've been listening to Timber Hawkeye, and you just segued me into one of the things I wanted to talk about on this little trip. And I'm not going to go on forever. But for those that don't know who Timber Hawkeye is, go look him up. Um, you know, it was something Sarah introduced me to with her Buddhist ways. And, a lot of people look at Buddhism as a religion, and it's not. It's more of a way of life. But if you listen to the words, especially from Timber and his delivery, a lot of things, Brandon, I don't know, chime in if it's making any sense. Here's why I wanted to segue this, because this was a weird fucking week. Um, Monday, Tuesday, I noticed some friends struggling. Oddly enough, there was some weird cosmic thing happening, something with planets or whatever. Um, but this week was weird for a lot of people. Oddly enough, I was having a really good first half of the week, and yeah, and the last 2 days have been a little funky, but yeah. So if you listen to Timber and you listen to the words he talks about, and the way of thinking and how to look at things, right? It can literally change your mood and change the way you step through life. So he's a good dude. It's hard. It's not for everybody, and it takes sometimes 2, 3 listens of that book for some things to sink in, Brandon. But it'll help you get through some of the weird weeks, like the week that this week was. At least it did. It did for me. You know, it's easy to get wrapped up in negative thoughts, or feeling like things aren't going exactly well or the way you want them to. Um, but taking a different perspective, just like with paranormal investigations styles, you can see things a lot differently. So, for anybody that was struggling this week, I'm sorry. Um, it was a weird week. Um, Mine was good in the beginning, and then the last couple of days got a little funky. It's like more of a confusing type of week. And look, everybody's driving pretty nice today, so there's not much road rage happening right now. But yeah, timber will cool you down and give you a really cool perspective. Chris Mack, we're so excited that you're coming to Mid Orange. Um, Mid Orange is going to be amazing, I think. Right? No matter what, we're gonna have fun. That's that's what we can promise you. But Mid Orange almost never disappoints. We've had one, maybe that's another place I've been to probably way too many times. No, Kaylee, I didn't scream. Um, but Mid Orange is really good. Uh, Same there, shadow figures, apparitions. I've got a great, amazing photograph that a skeptic took um, over in A3 that captured this figure in our laser grid. So yeah, Mid Orange, and same night we have Shanley going on, and the night before, Sarah and I will be speaking at the Pine Bush UFO Museum. Those tickets, if you go to Pine Bush UFO Museum's website, if anybody wants to come hang out with us, we'll probably do lunch with whoever shows up early. This is on Friday the 22nd. Yeah, Friday the 22nd. We're gonna do a big old talk on, pretty much the journey, what got us to where how we got Get Haunted up and off the ground, what we offer to different people and different segments of the community, and what we can help people, get to. I'm not fucking speaking well. Oh, Pat will be there. So yeah, so those tickets, according to the website, go on sale Monday the 28th, I think. But if you go, you'll see a cool banner. It's going to be fun. We're excited to do it. So hopefully some people, we know Pat will be there. Pat, Dallas, I think Rachel and Kevin. So we know at least 4 people are going to show up for this thing. But we have some cool things lined up for that talk, and it's going to be interactive. It's not going to be just a lecture. We want it to be interactive, but you'll get some pieces of the Conjuring story that you may not know. You'll get some insight onto, why we do what we do and why we put ourselves out there the way we put ourselves out there. So it's going to be cool. Mark Brown, man, like your post today is everybody, but you all are why we go out there every single day and get lined up for whatever kind of shit's going to come our way. But all of the positive posts and comments and the friendships that we've made doing this outweigh all of that shit 1,000%. Kaylee, yes, come out. Come out, have lunch, whatever. We'll hang out prior to this lecture. You'll get a Sarah hug. You'll get a Rob hug. It'll be good. Yeah, man. So we've got those two. Then we've got Old Hospital, which I'm excited about to get back to West Virginia. Not looking forward to that drive. And I think I'm going alone. So if anybody wants to check out Old Hospital on College Hill and wants to sit in a car with me for 12 hours, you're more than welcome. I think. I spoke. Um, yeah, Chris Mack, listen, I hear that a lot, that the Conjuring House is expensive, and it is. In fact, it's a great topic. Our events are a little more than most people's events, and I do that. I do that for a lot of reasons, right? One is, yeah, these places are not cheap to rent. Number one, then we have insurance to pay for. We have to travel. We have hotel rooms to cover. So I know it might look like we're sitting here making a fortune, and that's not the case. At the same time, we bring an experience which is valuable. We feed your asses. We give you things to drink. That's why my car looks like the way it looks. But I think in this case, it's safe to say you get what you pay for. So Conjuring House tickets, yes, they're $222. There is somebody that's looking to sell one. If you saw our post, that one's sold out. September 16th is sold out. but there is a guy that I know who bought 2 tickets. His other person can't make it. I put a post out, and immediately the scammers jumped all over it. So if anybody's looking to come, and if you're going to go, you should go with me, because I take people through some experiences that I had there, which can be fun or scary or both. Let me know, message in, and I'll link you guys up. But he's legit. It's a real ticket. And Chris, yeah, there's a lot of history up in that house. You've got 300 years of history there. King Philip's War fought up there. There's a lot. There's a lot. And the house itself is very, very special. Oh, Brandon, you don't have to thank me, dude. Look, we all go through it. It's the other piece of what Get Haunted is. It's a safe place to talk or vent or whatever, and we're here for you. Look, here's the truth. And if you come to the lecture, or if you listen to Seeking with Your Soul, I've been in some bad places, right? Just within the last 2-3 years, I went from being, you know, moderately rich to not, right? Lost my job, lost my house. I didn't lose the house, sold it, but ended up getting divorced. Everything fucking sucked. I thought, but it didn't. It doesn't. All these things that we go through happen for a reason. You're going to be a better person for it afterwards. And I'm not just talking to Brandon, I'm talking to everybody here. Things happen for a reason. Hey, Bree, how are you, hon? So, yeah, it's a matter of taking ownership of those feelings and throwing out the shit that doesn't serve you. I do it all the time. I am my own worst enemy. You can tell me the nicest thing in the world, and I can easily find an insult in there. And it takes a lot of practice to learn how to push that shit out of your head. So I've always said it, and it kind of ties into the whole paranormal side anyway. We got to get out of our own heads and go with what's in your heart. Chris, you'll never forget what happened in the original owner kid getting rained out. Yeah, there's a lot of stories out there. It is what it is. I believe that house has changed over time, and I believe that you go in there, it's a great amplifier. If you go in there with negative shit, you're gonna get negative shit back. Hold on, I'm about to almost miss my turn that I was this year. So yeah, guys, September 16th, if you want to come out to the house, give a holler. I'll link you up with the right people, or the right person, and we will make that happen for you. But yeah, so White Hill tonight, we have some really cool announcements to make soon, guys. Things can't quite talk about yet. But when we can, you're going to be like, oh shit, that's cool. And then we're starting to plan 2024. 2024, we plan on, I believe we're planning on at least one per quarter, making sense of your senses, where we take and we ditch the equipment and we bring in some really cool workshops that we will then apply to an investigation, if that makes sense. So the first, making sense of your senses, we did psychometry, we did remote viewing, and then we did scrying with a twist. Sarah taught that. I taught remote viewing, thanks to my friend Stacy, who I don't know if he's still on here or not. And Danny taught psychometry. And then what we do is we turn people loose with a very limited set of equipment and ask them to use those things that they just worked on. And holy shit, it went over so well, and it was so amazing to watch these people. I can tell you, it was the first time I ever tried to teach what I have learned from Stacy so far, and it worked. It worked. These people were drawing these targets that we had, and they were remote viewing a place on this planet and drawing pictures of it. without knowing a single thing. It was one of the coolest things to watch. Psychometry work, scrying work, watching these people, and some of them who were skeptics do what we just took them through for a couple hours was really, really cool. And then for them to take it and apply it to a paranormal investigation was one of the coolest things to watch, right? So they weren't working with the equipment, they were working with their bodies and their own intuition. And they were turning that shit into an actual investigation. It's one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. So we were really, really happy with the way it went. And we're hoping to reintroduce that and some other new things here soon, real soon for 2024. So get ready, guys, because Get On is still growing. We're still learning, but we're going to add some new things. We're going to move away from the status quo where we can. There's a place for it. You know, like tonight's a perfect example. We got a bunch of new people, and we're going to kind of introduce them into the paranormal, at least from an investigative standpoint. And then hopefully down the road we'll see them doing bigger and better things. Hey, Facebook user, don't know who you are, but hello, because that's what you look like on my screen. StreamYard.com/Facebook, and you can register your account with StreamYard, and it'll always know who you are so that we can say hello. So yeah, guys, that's it. I've been on 22 minutes. Look at that. The twos are big again. Yeah, so lots. So for anybody that had a wicked week, I'm sorry. It's next week's going to be better. I promise. For anybody that is always, oh, hey, Sandy. For anybody that's looking to maybe get a new perspective on things, to learn how to let some shit go, to learn how to take a different look at life sometimes, check out Timber Hawkeye and his book Buddhist Boot Camp's the first one I read. It's really good. You know, it talks a lot about stuff. It's spiritual in a lot of ways, but it's practical and it's common sense more than it is anything else. Really cool book. It's an audio book. You can just drive and listen to it later and listen to it whenever. So yeah, so I'm flying solo tonight. I'm going to meet Bill and Tanya down here at White Hill. We are going to entertain, I think, 9 or 10 guests tonight at White Hill, which is a perfect number. It's really, really cool. Oh, you're going to Fairfield tomorrow, Brandon. That's cool. Say hi to Addie for me. If Adam's there, tell him I said hello. I've never met Adam in person, but I know who he is, and he knows who I am. So yeah, there's some cool things coming, kids. Enfield Demon House, 1771 Enfield House, still taking private investigation reservations if anybody wants them. And we're going to launch another public or 2 or 3 here shortly. We're just easing into it. We just got to get all our ducks in a row. And that thing's on fire. People from Greece are coming this weekend. So I'm hoping that they have a really good time. So with that, I don't know. Any questions? I'm out of shit to say. And nobody's driving like an ass today, so you don't get to watch me rant. It's kind of boring. Chris, I think you asked when we're going to do that experiment again. We have another one in the works for Mid-Orange, Shanley, the night that we have those 2 events happening. And guys, Shanley Hotel on the 23rd. There's still rooms available there. I know Mid-Orange is great, but Shanley's really good. You got to trust me on that. You guys should check it out. Such a good place. But yeah, so check it out. There's a shitload of sheep over here on the side of the road. I don't know why. Sheep, actual sheep. So yeah, kids. That's where we're at right now. We're coming towards the end of the season. I have one event that's not published that I'm keeping in my pocket probably for another week. It's on my birthday. I'll be actually at midnight, the night of the event, will be my birthday day, right? So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it. Could be fun. It could be cool. Could be cool. I gotta figure this one out. And we have some interesting lives that we're planning out right now. Those are in the works. We have a lot of cool things. And guess what? From October, when the whole paranormal investigation season kind of ends, it ain't the end for us. We've got some neat things planned. A couple of unique locations that have heat. So we're gonna keep it going throughout the winter, and we have some cool virtual stuff that we're working on. So you know, for me, it gets a little depressing when we stop going when I'm not on the road. Um, but we're gonna try some cool things this year, and we're gonna keep these things going. For anybody that's watching, that's part of the Black Teeth Society. If you don't know what that is, it's our monthly paranormal T-shirt club. So you sign up and you get a new shirt every month. It doesn't say you get haunted on it. Usually, it might be a Bigfoot shirt, it might be a UFO shirt, a cryptid shirt. We have really cool shirts lined up. The first batch is out. Thank you to everybody that signed up. You don't know how much that helps. You don't know how fun it is to put something like that together and have people actually have an interest in it. So those are out, and the second design is in the works. And on the 15th of next month, you will see your next shirt, provided you pay your renewal, which you'll get on the 1st. Um, so yeah, kids, there's a lot happening behind the scenes at Get Haunted. Um, we're going to be doing some shout outs here to some of our loyal friends here. You're going to see some cool things coming from Rob, from Sarah, from the rest of the Get Haunted crew, because we do fucking love you guys. Really, you make the painful parts of running a business, let alone running a paranormal business, so worth it. Chris, well, yeah, like that one that we're planning, yeah, I mean, you might be a part of it, buddy. It might happen during Mid Orange, but we have some other things in the works, so we'll announce them as soon as they're ready. I hate putting things out before they're ready because then they're just not ready. So that was a profound statement right there. So yeah, guys, and then for 2024, we'll see what happens. Right, we're starting to plan events now. We're starting to plan locations. You're going to see some new stuff for my friends a little west of us and a little south of us. We might be seeing you soon. That's all I'm going to say. Cheers. And that's it, my friends. 29 minutes and 4 seconds of me just yapping. I have exactly 20 miles to go before I'm at the mansion. I might go live at some point there tonight, so if you're bored, jump on. Probably do a walkthrough. Yes, I know, Brandon. That I know. And that might be one of those states. I don't know. We did nothing in Ohio this year. We kind of blazed right through Ohio and kept going. Furthest out we went was Kansas, and then second furthest I think would be Missouri. I think I could have it all backwards. But no, we didn't do anything. And I know Sarah went to Bill Manor on a private investigation. It's one of those places thinking about. It's a smaller location. It's a house. We might try to do something there next year. But I have my feelers out for Ohio. Maybe Indiana. Definitely want to get back to RCI, Randolph County Infirmary. Plus, there's a rock shop out there that I love, so I'm gonna have to stop and buy more rocks because I have way too much shit in my house. So that is that, my friends. I'm gonna pull over up here soon because this coffee is this big ass coffee is kind of worked its way through me. Um, Thank you all for taking some time out of your uh, busy schedule. Give me a friend and you saw her name, Chris Mack. So let's see. We have the pretty much all the buildings. Well, it depends on how you look at that, right? Hudson Valley Sports Complex has a big chunk of property there. Recently, there are two more buildings opened up. So we have the admin building, or what people call the schoolhouse, which is a big building. If you watched it on Ghost Hunters, that's where they got the footsteps upstairs in the chapel. So there's 3 floors, plus there's the tunnels, right? Then we have the mess hall, which is huge. So mess hall is this big building. It's got the mess hall. It's got some basement. It's got workshops. I think the wood shop and the different shops or trades. Trade shops were housed there. There was a library, and there's a big building. Big building. So we have A3, A4. I want to say B4, which is the building behind A3. I think it's either behind A3 or A4, and then I think it's B3. So there are, yes, Chris. His name was Charles McBride. I've recorded Charles in A3, but now that B4 is open, the B buildings are open. That's where Charles actually did that. High Facebook user. It's a sad story. I've always felt a little bit connected to Charles, and I don't know why, but I was also suspicious of that whole thing. If you read the story about what led up to him dying, I don't know, something never really sat right with me on that one. Uh, if it's Charles that I recorded, then yes, he did it to himself. That was one of the questions I asked. I think Kaylee was around that night. If you're still watching, we had some weird experiences back there. Yeah, this wasn't long after I got zapped by Cody and Satori, and we we ended up getting the knocks and the knock responses. But yeah, so there's a long, yeah, Chris. The stories out there on the internet. If you look up Charles McBride, you'll find out. He was a troubled kid, and that's where his parents put him. To Mid Orange, when it was a school for wayward boys, it you could just run away. It wasn't hard to get out of, and that happened a lot. Other things, it was the place to go if you were going to get in trouble, especially if you were from New York City. And people would lie about their age to get there. A lot of weird shit happened there. Yeah, the serial killer there, Richard. His last name is escaping me right now, but he did time there. But hey, Tyrell, how are you? But yeah, Charles's story always stuck with me, and he is the one that I've always tried to communicate with there. And I think his mom, after everything was said and done, got like 10 grand from the state or 15 grand from the state, which back then wasn't horrible, but nobody's worth that little bit of money. It's just crazy. And the people that were taking care of that cottage at that time were not the regular custodians of those kids. Holy shit, I forgot to get gas. Whoops. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of history, man. It goes back, Mid Orange, that was Also, it was the site of one of the first um, alcohol rehabs in the country, going back into the early 1900s. Oh yeah, yeah. Kaylee, A3 is nuts for EVPs. I did a big video there with a famous guy. I'm not going to talk about it. It's got way too many views. But he didn't really believe in ghosts until we took him through Mid-Orange. And he came back. He asked if he could come back a couple weeks later with his daughter. And he did. We let him come back. His daughter was maybe a little too young. I don't know. She wasn't too young, but anyway, in A3, she saw something that freaked her out. So A3 has always been my place to go if I wanted to get scared. If you want to really get shit yourself, go sit in A3 alone for a half an hour and see what happens. A3 can get you, but the B buildings are also pretty interesting. But for me, that was a much bigger experience. Wasn't scary. It was pretty damn cool. But yeah, so Mid-Orange, Wayward School for Boys, Drunk Tank. There was so many things over all these years. It's a cool place. It's cool. There's other buildings that aren't part of Hudson Valley Sports Complex that I want in. You pass some of them on the way in. Just like, damn, I'd love to get in some of these buildings. But yeah, so if you're coming, bring bug spray. Bring bug spray just in case. I got a tick there last time. I freak out over ticks. I don't like ticks. Yeah, yeah, that's that. All right, we're down to 14 miles. So yeah, Chris, you'll fill us in that night. We're gonna have fun. Oh, there's my car yelling at me to get gas. Told you I forgot to get gas. So that's that, my friends. Seriously, thank you all for jumping on. I'm gonna go so I can pull over here and get fuel so that I'm not doing it at 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, and I might go live. We'll walk through White Hill later, maybe. Give you guys a quick tour if anybody wants to see it. And next year, make sure you get your asses here. White Hill is one of the coolest places. But come to the Shanley, come to Mid-Orange, come to the lecture. I want to see you guys. There's nothing better than face-to-face conversations, handshakes and hugs. You guys are literally why we want to do this crazy shit every weekend. So thank you, Kaylee. Yep, I'm hoping it's a good. I kind of want tonight to be scary. It's a lot of new people, and I want them scared. So yes, and if anybody saw my personal posts earlier, somebody made a salsa. It was a little spicy. It got me good. It got my stomach, but I'm better now. I ate toast at the suggestion. Sarah told me to eat toast, so I did. And I'm back in action here. But now I need fuel and I gotta pee. So that's it, my friends. I will talk to you soon. Stay safe. I might pop on later at White Hill. I'll let you guys know. All right, my friends. Thanks. We'll see you.